Hello, what's up guys, I'm Kyle from KGR, and this video really doesn't have much direction. This is more of, honestly, a therapeutic venting video. Sometimes I like to go outside, especially like at night. I'll gaze at the stars, I'll sit on a log and just think and just talk to myself. Pretty much trying to like be my own therapist, I guess. Sometimes I'll call people, but sometimes I really need to tell myself to do things. It's one of the reasons why I finally started driving and stuff like that, because here I'm a very late bloomer and I fucking hate it. I'm 24 years old, I'm still living at home, and I don't make enough money to live on my own, so that I need to like force myself to do these things, and I hate it, but that's life. So I guess this time I'm gonna be turning it into a video. So essentially I'm gonna be talking to myself, and I mean that's kind of what YouTubers do anyway. Sometimes they'll just talk to themselves, like look at vloggers. But this is again more of a therapeutic thing to me. So let's vent. So today I'm gonna be asking myself, why do I do YouTube? Honestly, the real question I'm asking myself is, what do I want out of YouTube? But I guess for you guys to really understand like why I do YouTube, I gotta explain like what I started doing, like how I started my channel and stuff like that, because my image, like what I wanted out of YouTube changed so much throughout the years. Around 2009, I believe I was 15 at this time, I finally decided to make a channel, but I didn't really try to like make myself a YouTuber or anything. Like I just made an account just so I can subscribe to people, so I could probably post a few videos with friends, just having fun. Because my neighbor had a computer, we had a movie maker, and I had ideas, so we had fun together. So I posted some videos and I thought it was fun, but again, I didn't really try to expand my channel or anything. I didn't try to grow a channel. But then around 2011 or so, I found out that people are doing Beyblade YouTube channels, and at this time I was really into Beyblade, and I had a few different types of cameras. At first I was using my 3DS, and that sucked ass, and then my brother got me a flip cam because he had it just sitting around his house and he decided to just give it to me. So I tried it out and I liked it because it recorded at 720p 60 frames a second, and that would be excellent for Beyblade videos. So I decided I'm gonna try to do Beyblade videos, and I was very ashamed of it because at this time I eventually ended up getting my own computer, but here at this time when I was trying to do Beyblade, here I didn't really have much to work with. All I did was just do raw footage from the flip cam and try to secretly upload it onto my my computers at school and upload it to YouTube. And I tried to be secretive about it because I didn't want people knowing that I am at this time 18 years old playing with Beyblades and posting them on YouTube. But then around like summer of 2012, I started listening, kind of listening, because like I would start watching these channels, like Let's Play channels, and there was one in particular, Brain Scratch Commentaries, that really got me into thinking like, man, I would love to do something like this. I want to be able to record my gameplay and post it on YouTube. But I didn't have the courage to do a voiceover over it yet. And plus I didn't have the equipment either. So I got myself a Dazzle capture card. It was like a 480i capture card with composite cables. It sucked ass. And at the time I didn't even have an HD TV yet, so I couldn't even get an Elgato or anything. But then over the years I kept upgrading my equipment. I eventually got a mic and I kept upgrading that. I got I don't know how many capture cards in the past years. And now you see my setup now. I got a freaking Blue Yeti with a shock mount and a mic arm. I have an Elgato HD60. I have an HDMI switch box. I have multiple consoles, which you can't see. But yeah, I upgraded. I threw so much money into YouTube. And now I have a freaking DSLR. But anyway, around 2012, I started recording gameplay videos with no commentary. But I eventually started putting it into Let's Plays with commentary and stuff. I just need to figure out how to do it. Excuse me. And at this time, my channel was just called KyleMon01. But when I decided, like, you know what, I think I'm gonna try to grow my channel. It kind of happened late. Like, I was, like, doing, like, random gameplay videos for about a year or so. And at this time, I didn't really have too much of a job. I worked at a game stand at the time, so I was, like, 60 bucks a week. Because I was only working once a week. And I eventually got the job at the winery. Both the game stand and the winery jobs were just given to me. I didn't apply for them. So then I started having some more money come in. And then around like the later half of 2013, I believe, that's when I decided I'm going to try to go harder at YouTube. I'm going to try to grow my channel. So I decided to do videos in front of the camera because the gameplay thing was fun, but I really loved performing in front of people. I loved playing video games in front of people because I like getting their reactions. I like them thinking, oh man, Kyle is so good at video games. And when I was in elementary school, I loved doing plays. So I like having an audience. I loved entertaining people. So eventually I started doing videos in front of the camera. And of course, those videos back then are very cringe. The lighting was awful, the camera that I had was pretty poop, and my editing was little to none. And plus, overall, I was just so cringy back then. But like, I would like give my cousin a hard time because he's like doing YouTube now, and it is cringe now, but eventually he'll grow up, and who knows, it might actually end up becoming a decent channel. Again, look at me now. So eventually I found out, oh, you can make money on YouTube. I wonder if I could become a full-time YouTuber. Like, that was my dream. It wasn't a goal, it was a dream. But I still tried as hard as I could because YouTube was a passion for me. I loved recording videos every day. Like, I was doing a lot of Let's Plays, but I ended up becoming miserable with it, honestly. But again, over the years, I decided to upgrade my equipment more and more, and eventually I got more confidence. Because I started to get more comfortable in front of the camera, I finally started realizing like how I want to be and stuff like that. So I decided to make plenty of things. I did Let's Plays, I did a series called Ask Me Mondays, I would do videos like this where it'd be random, I would do videos reporting on certain figures that I was interested in, and I would do figure reviews so I can get my opinion out there. Like, I was really going hard at YouTube for a while, but eventually the passion started to die down a bit, and now here we are today. So the question is, what am I looking for on YouTube? Would I like to do YouTube full time? Absolutely. I absolutely love making videos. Like, sometimes I miss like just focusing on YouTube. I miss that passion that I used to have, but eventually that passion does go away. Like, I would have a couple of thousands of subscribers. Like, let's say I had like 5,000 subscribers, okay, and I would do a Let's Play video. Like, sometimes it would have a hard time breaking 100 views, and when you see that like that ratio, it's very discouraging. And I know you shouldn't do YouTube for the views, you shouldn't be doing it for the money, but when you look at those numbers, it makes you feel like that nobody cares. And when you feel like nobody cares, that ends up hurting. It ends up killing your pride, it ends up killing your confidence, it ends up draining your passion. And some of you are probably wondering, like, why I stopped doing so many different series. Why don't I do Ask Me Mondays anymore? Why don't I report on figures anymore? Well, the figure thing, I'm going to talk about that in a future video. But the reason why I stopped doing Ask Me Mondays, here's the thing, I love Ask Me Mondays so much, but my latest episode didn't get a lot of good questions, so there's not really much I can work with anymore. So I really have to make a video saying, hey, I'm bringing it back, but I need better questions. But with a combination of like me finally starting to have a little bit of a social life, as of right now, like, that's like completely gone, so like, I do have more time for YouTube now, but like now I'm working a lot more and other stuff like that. I got more bills to pay. I don't have money to just throw at YouTube anymore. In fact, I needed help buying this camera from my viewers. And for those who actually donated for me to get this camera, like, I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are fucking amazing. I wouldn't have this if it wasn't for you guys. Or I possibly would have settled for less. So why do I do YouTube now? Like I said, I would love to do this as a living, but realistically, it's not gonna happen. I don't push myself on YouTube. I don't dedicate that much time. I'm not consistent with my channel anymore. I upload videos every now and again because I like to. But with the combination of the adpocalypse and now the new demonetization thing and a bunch of other things, making a living off YouTube from ad revenue alone is not enough. I know some of you are probably gonna be like, start a Patreon. I made a video a while ago talking about why I don't want to be someone's monthly bill for YouTube. If you want to donate to me, awesome. But I don't want to be acting like I'm at your door, be like, hey, you owe me $1, you owe me $5, give it to me every month. And honestly, the passion that I have for YouTube, again, is dying. I'm not saying that I'm done with YouTube, I'm not going to quit YouTube anytime soon, but like, the drive that I had a couple of years ago compared to now is like night and day. I don't have that passion to be like, you know what, I'm going to do a video today and yada yada yada. Honestly, I'm not feeling very creative anymore. I'm not like trying to think of new ideas to talk about on YouTube. Like I just thought of this one day and I'm like, fuck it, let's just slip on the camera on the tripod and let's try to shoot this video. I know what my niche is. I know, like, if I do videos talking about Naruto figures, that's gonna get a lot of views. If I do videos talking about Project M, that's gonna get a lot of views. But do I continuously want to do that? Honestly, not really. Like, I like playing video games with Ethan sometimes, but he's not around often anymore. And when Justin's down here doing videos with me, I feel like he's not very like excited like when I do my videos anymore. And I'm not gonna be doing videos by myself. Eventually I started streaming, and that was really fantastic. I started being on Twitch, and then I moved back over to YouTube because YouTube's streaming was getting a lot better, and that's where my audience is really at. And I love either playing video games, because again, I like having an audience, or just having a chill stream, because even though I'm not a big channel, I do have a decent amount of people in the chat, but luckily it's not enough where it gets to the point where like I can't talk to you guys anymore. Because sometimes I feel like you guys are all I have. I'm not going to say that I'm attention deprived, but right now I don't have a lot of people to talk to. A few personal friends are mad at me, some friends just have too much of a work life to really be social with me anymore. My love life is constantly fluctuating, I'm always going through different girls, and a lot of the times it's because I fuck up. So right now, I'm at this point where like sometimes I feel like I have no friends, and now that I'm not like dating anymore, at least as of right now, like give it time, I'm gonna meet someone new most likely. But like right now, I feel very lonely. So right now, I do chill streams because sometimes you guys are all I got. And now there's some kid just trying to ruin that. So how do I see YouTube? I see it as a hobby that I do get money for every once in a while, like a little bit of money, so I could start paying for like new figures and stuff, or throw back into YouTube to try to get better equipment. But I don't see this being a full-time thing. At least not anytime soon. Like, if I could stream every day, whether it be a chill stream or a game stream or something, and if I had like a lot of recent donations and stuff like that, I would love to try to do this full time, but that's not happening. The combination of work and like when I'm dating, I like to focus on the girl most of the time. So like, cause I like to be active, I like to be like outside of the house. Like for some people who do YouTube full time, especially daily vloggers, kudos. Cause honestly, I couldn't do that. So I guess that's my story. So thank you guys for listening to me ramble to myself, like why do I do YouTube and what do I want out of it. I feel like after I record and edit this video, there's gonna be a lot more that I want to say to myself. And there's some things I want to add to this video, but I feel like I got most of what I wanted to say out. So I guess if you want to keep talking to me about certain stuff about my life or my channel or something like that, you can catch me in my chill streams, because I'm probably going to vent even more there as well. But that's it for this video. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description, there's all my social media. Like, I recommend following me on Twitter if you want to try to keep up with me, or try to tweet at me and I'll talk to you. Instagram, I just post pictures of action figures, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, guys, like, I do love you guys. I love you guys a lot. But I honestly think eventually my YouTube content is either gonna dip down even more, where I can't do it anymore, because like I gotta eventually get another job so I can just try and support myself. Because my dream like is to get a place with a girl that I love and have a place together, because that's what my brothers did, and they were moved out by the time they were my age, and now I'm the only one left at the house. And unless I either find a roommate or a girl that I want to live with and love for the rest of my life, I'm kind of stuck here unless I work full-time and pay for everything by myself. So if I work full-time, I'm gonna be exhausted from work, because sometimes I'm so exhausted from work I don't even want to do YouTube videos or stream. And again, for people who do that, fucking kudos, but I just don't have that energy. It's honestly probably because of my diet, but one day I might have to stop doing YouTube. There's a chance that it's probably gonna happen. I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but I'm prepared for that when it does. But anyway, thank you guys for listening, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Peace, peace.